That alchemist might be her mother. You're just sleeping. Sorry to bust into your home and take everything that wasn't nailed down, but I might need it more than you do. Checked that house, checked that house, checked that house. What about the house next to the message board? It's probably just a farmer's home. The door is on an odd side, but have I been in this home before? I don't know. Anyone home? It's more peasants. Yes. Yeah, just gotta take your dried fruits. You don't need those. I need those more. There's some children about on that side. I think I'm actually going to pass the time just a little bit to have everyone to be the morning. Is there a quick option for that? I don't remember, but I can go here. Meditation. Let's just make it, yeah, let's make it 10 o'clock in the morning. So meditate until morning. Everyone should be back at their busy portions. Wait, you are just a peasant. You are a peasant. Are you? You're also a peasant. Bugger. So maybe the herbalist wasn't next to the symbol for it. Definitely want to find the herbalist though. I wonder if it's actually, if the herbalist is actually in town or not. There's a whole bunch of dried spices and, oh no, this was the place where we found the other guy for that other quest. I think Nod. So that's the inn. Are there any outlying buildings I might find the herbalist in? There's a few. Might also find you there. Oh, there's a quest location over there. I've checked most of the buildings in town. I think that's, yeah, that's Roach, just sitting about. And we will, yeah, well, definitely tried. Going to go check out that quest location, which I think is over here. Yes. So, old woman.
Lost your key, ma'am?
No, not me key. Me pan. It's always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the night afore the battle. A man arrived, walked right in like 'twere his own. Standing at me window, peering at the goings-on. Must have been, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So, I grabbed me pan, for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. I sees he ain't listening, just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran. I'll give it back come morn. He's right baffled for what's he doing, frying in the dark. But I've got a soft heart, so I gave it to him.
Fascinating. What happened next?
Interesting. What happened then?
Afore dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come morn, only the first fella left, locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him, and me pan. 'Twere old, black with sort, not worth much, I suppose, but I've no other. Will you help me, dearie? Bring an old widower pan. I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow. Well, that he's lying there.
Yeah, sure, I'll help you.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
So yeah, I believe the door is locked. So yes, this is the tutorial quest to tell me that I can switch over to Ard, which is the force push ability, and break certain objects. I don't want to hit her. Glad it opened the door, but... So I'm looking for a pan. But I'll definitely take everything. Okay, I guess I'll take some rotting flesh. I don't know why I would, but... Ooh, a rune. And some oil.
A corpse.
Ah.
Explains the stench.
So, she was definitely on the nose that the first man never left. There is a monocle.
Cracked monocle. Interesting.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing. Nothing.
Ooh, a sword. Ooh, a diagram. Torn out. Yeah, I know I did diagrams. A torn out page of fiend. Ooh, alchemical fiend decoction. So you're dead.
His throat. He was garroted.
Ooh.
And some old scars. Kind of soldier might have.
But when I gab to myself, they say I'm going barmy.
So let's see here. You have one soldier, probably killing another soldier. So let's just finish looting.
Ah, the priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it to make ink, write letters.
Found the pan, have ye?
Yes, I found the pan, but there is a...
Documents.
Ah.
Almost entirely burnt. A few pieces still legible.
Found the pan, have ye?
Burned papers. So the man went to so much trouble to find ink so he could write things down. Then he burned... I'm assuming the second man decided to burn these things. Maybe the first one to try and stop the information from going, but the burned papers read, "And when you arrange to meet, you fucking show up. I did, risking my life and the entire blasted operation, and ended up standing there with my plowing cock in my hands, waiting for nothing." Did I mention that this was a mature-rated game and not... I thought the Nilfgaardian army was better organized than that, but you, illegible, tell that blessed Lord General of yours that me and my companions don't hold grudges, so we won't break off negotiations, but since our old plan's gone tits up, this time we'll choose the time and place for the next meeting. It seems like an agent for the Nilfgaardians might have either been betrayed by the Nilfgaardians, or
His throat.
might have been discovered by
And some old scars.
Redanians.
Kind of soldier might have.
Found the pan, have ye?
So that's interesting. I also found the silver monocle, which I'll have to check out.
Here, your frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot. And I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, sonny, for the road.
What did I get?
Try a
I
nice
got...
fish for supper. Or a pint.
So that quest is complete, but I still have the monocle. I received some experience. I received 5 baked apples. Interesting. Very nice. So yes, these are runes. They are able to be upgraded onto weapons. There's weapon runes and armor runes, which I have both of. And they actually show up on the weapons, which is brilliant. So these swords are actually better than the one I have. This is the Witcher's Steel Sword. I need to remember to hang on to all of like the Witcher's stuff. I believe I can upgrade all of them, but I don't know. I know I can upgrade the Kermoran armor. I just haven't done that yet. Oh yes, that's right. I have access to being able to buy armor and weapon repair kits. I also find them as well. So where if I'm not by a blacksmith, these allow me to repair my tools. My arms and armor. So I can keep dungeoning and I don't have to go back as often. So they're useful things to have on you when out and about. So that quest is done. Ah, that's right, the monocle. This item is needed to complete a quest. I might be able to, considering he was talking to the Nilfgaardians, I might be able to tell the Nilfgaardians about him. Or present the monocle to them. They're just storm clouds that are passing by. The winds are up today. There are birds flying about. The water's churned. There are just... Oh, there are wolves. I need some wolf livers for a decoction or potion of some kind. So I killed one of them, but I need... Oh! Oh! Piss! I was not paying attention to my own health. Oh. I have lost coin. Oh. I don't have to go back to a quick save? Fleeing the battlefield. If a fight proves... Yeah. I think my pockets were just run through. Interesting.
Come on.
I think it was because I was too close to town that I was able to be saved. I am not certain. That's never happened to me before. I've died and had to reload. Let's just finish off these wolves, shall we? Alright, I think that was the last of the wolves. Oh, that's right, I forgot to mention one of the more interesting portions of the Witcher senses. I can detect sounds, and it amplifies where I'm looking at the sounds I hear. So I see the little, like, echo, like, sound waves coming off the creatures, so I know I'm looking at 5 creatures. But I will not actually... But then, because I'm looking at them, I can also hear that most of them are wolves. I don't believe I can tame wolves at all. I don't think that's actually a part of the game. But I did find a bee's nest. The only way I know how to collect their loot is by hitting bee's nests with Igni to drop them and get rid of the bees. So, and I believe the one with red fur is actually a warg. Yes, it is actually a warg. So it's more robust wolf. I got some honeycombs. It's a little bit higher difficulty rating. It does more damage, takes more health. Anything else I have not looted around this area? No. There's a few more wolves out and about. Over here. Wolves tend to try and avoid you, but you can still chase them down. They don't usually like people. I'm going in the correct... Oh, there's a point of interest that I will definitely... That's what I thought that might have been. There's some things up here. So the wolves that I was next to are fleeing from me. But there are definitely more wolves over here. I'm hearing...
Place of power.
Oh!
Should draw from it.
Yes, these are one of the cooler things in The Witcher 3. They will give me temporary buffs to the specific mark, or to the this specific sign that they represent. Like this one, a little hard to see, but on the actual stone, but also within the center of that eye of the stone, there is the corn symbol. I think that's the corn symbol. No, it's the Axii symbol. So this Shrine of Power will give me a temporary buff to Axii. I think it lasts something like a half an hour. But more importantly, it will also give me one talent point. Or ability point, that they're called in this game. I was backspace, that was the quick. So yeah, I got my first skill or ability point. So I'm not going to be spending that. I'm going to be, well, over the next week, I will be looking into what I might want to do. I also found mutagens. Yes, I know about mutagens. So that was the the point of interest. And now that it's discovered, I got close enough to it to identify what it was, so it became a symbol. In this case, it's a place of powers symbol. But also because I completed it, I drew from it. So I completed whatever event or situation is here to complete. It's grayed out. Normally it would be bright, filled in white like everything else, like my horses or like the other points of interest are. But because I completed it to mark to denote that I've already visited it and completed it, it is grayed out. There are quests and objectives. There's a wraith. Oh, I somehow bypassed you. There was a wraith guarding this. So I know how to deal with wraiths already. And this one shouldn't be as hard to deal with. Yeah. As the Noon Wraith. So many times the places of power are guarded by things, and I guess I was just able to get close to this one and use it without actually triggering the Guardian. Oh well. And that sounds like there's more wolves in that direction. I want to get back to the road. Oh, I'm going in not the right way. I actually want to... Ah, that's right. There's a bridge over here. That's also another point of interest. I think it's a different type of... obviously, it's not going to be a Shrine of Power, but... Ooh. These... Now we've met our first drowners. You disappeared. Come here. I know from past experience that drowners... Ooh, I cut you in half. I got a beastry unlock because of that, because I killed one. I also got one for wolves, which are just vulnerable to beast oil. But more importantly, I got a beastry upgrade for the drowners. The drowner resembles a corpse dredged from the bottom of a pond. It is sickly blue or green in color, with slime and sludge oozing out of every pore, and the acrid stench of rot wafting off of it. That is why it is often thought drowners, along with their more dangerous cousins, vodniks, muknixers, and drowned dead, arise from the bodies of those who drown in shallow water. Lost travelers falling into bogs, children who swim too far from the shore, or in the case of vodkins, inebriated peasants who stumble off narrow swamp trails. So that just kind of gives a brief overview of what they might be, but more importantly, they are in the necrophage tree. or the family. So they are vulnerable to necrophage oil, and because they are essentially a water creature, they are vulnerable to fire. So Igni in this case. So I can use Igni to do significantly more damage than it normally would. So I'm actually going to switch to Igni, and I'm going to go fight. I will deal with... Oh, hidden treasure is the point of interest in this one, but I want to get rid of this drowner. So I'm going to use the Igni on this drowner, and it starts you on fire, stuns you for a little while, and does a lot of damage, allowing me to do a lot more damage. Monster saliva. So there's a hidden treasure around here, and there's also a dead body that I can loot that has a Temerian Lily key in it. So I'm assuming that the hidden treasure was most likely something that this Temerian soldier was transporting, and then probably was attacked by drowners. And then in the chaos, it looks like the wagon fell off the bridge, and it is probably locked. Yes, it's locked. So I got some cash, necklace, special forces insignia, and a blood-soaked military orders. To surface, and then blood-soaked military orders. To whom it may concern, by order of the Legion Commander, the men bearing this missive are to be escorted north to the border post near Oxenford, where they will find a Redanian division waiting for them. As noble-born Temerians, they are under special protection, and not a hair on their heads is to be harmed. Everything they carry is their own private property and is to remain in their possession. Any failure to heed this order will be punished in an accelerated military tribunal. Randall Vedegberg. Oh, so poor Redanian or Temerian nobles were apparently ambushed, which also triggered a new quest. Oh, it's a new category quest as well. Find the lost Temerian treasure using your Witcher sensors. Whenever I would be asked the Witcher's opinion concerning... Yes. Found a lost treasure. Interesting. So apparently I could track down the lost treasure of the Redanians, or of the Temerian nobles. Oh, there's a lot of dead bodies in the river. I could understand how the person got sick. Well, considering there's a bunch of dead people, and there's a town, or a windmill, right over here, that might actually be where that treasure got to. But, oh, there's also a chest in the water over there. There's a... Oh, and there are fishing lines. What is in here? Oh! A new crafting and a catkin decoction. Alchemical formula. Definitely useful. So, I'm actually going to track the valuable one. Take a brief glimpse on the map to where that might... Oh, I was correct. See, this is the thing. It's like, I wouldn't actually know that it's over here in that village unless I had the quest marker on. It's a little bit of a weakness of the game where there isn't a point. There isn't really anything linking this bridge crossing and this little tiny hut or village area that has a windmill in it, other than proximity. So there's no real like quest reasons why I would go here. There's no Witcher sense track I can find, but...
Damn deer stripped the bark off the trees again.
But I had a feeling it was probably the close-by town that probably discovered the dead bodies along with the dead, or the discarded treasure, and picked it up themselves. So there's the nice big windmill, and some just... Looks like a dilapidated... Ooh, new gloves. Dilapidated house. This windmill looks like it's precariously perched. I don't know why you would round off the bottom, but I definitely am enjoying the fact that there's a bunch of lootables underneath it. Not what I came for. Oh, and I can't actually go up it unless I can use Ard. Nope, that's not going anywhere. So this building looks rather dilapidated. And is there anything? Oh, there is. That moved though. So there's a secret cellar. Interesting. Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. Oh, so there's a secret cellar with a boarded up door with a whole bunch of chests. So it looks like someone tried storing all of the treasure here in order to keep it safe. Another armor diagram and another alchemical diagram along with some money. And oh, this used the key. Temerian valuables. Some more Special Forces insignias. More crown. Oh, that's right. That's right. They're so Orns. There are different currencies in this game. I believe. Actually, I will read this first. The scribbled document. Himi. No wonder we're losing this war. With cowardly cunts for soldiers, all it took were a few arrows and a wallop of a mace for seasoning, and that was that. Battle was over and the whole convoy was ours for the picking. Maybe they were having such a hard time of it because of all that vodka they were carrying. Our brave warriors must have taken a sip from time to time with obvious results. When you're seeing double, it's damned hard to hit your target. Take everything we gather to the cubby, then fence it as quick as you can. Except that showy parade shite. You'll have to bury or burn that. I reckon someone might recognize the insignia and then there'd be trouble. Kairos. Oh. So that's the end of that it is the end of that quest. Alright. So I got a few things. I was talking about something beforehand. So someone stole all this stuff. I hid it out and yeah. Oh, that's right. I got a few new pieces of equipment. I got some more runes, different types of weapons. You can use weapons other than swords. I mean, they do have their different paths and patterns and such. Like I have a hatchet. I'm not high enough level to use it yet, which is kind of odd, but it does do significantly more damage. I don't think I have the same moveset available to it, but it is there. Oh, that's right. I have access to a torch. I don't remember how to use the torch, though. So I found this place, and someone hid out all of the looted stuff. Right, so there's, again, I could spend all this time just exploring the back corners of this place because there's another building over here and there's more buildings over here, and right before I get this more distracted, I'm actually going to go to the Nilfgaardian encampment, talk to all of them, and that's, after talking with all the Nilfgaardians, that's probably where I'm going to end it tonight. It's just now turned 9 p.m. Central Time, so been streaming for 3 hours, so yeah, I'm going to definitely get to the Nilfgaardian encampment and chat. Kind of hoping I don't run into anything else. Actually, I might... No, I don't believe we'll be talking to the Nilfgaardians today. Just getting to the encampment. There's also another point of interest here that... Ooh, guarded treasure. We'll do that. We'll end it off with a guarded treasure. Oh, there are wolves. Ooh, there are also the stereotypical red barrels. Come on. Come here. I missed. But stereotypical video game red barrels. Which like in stereotypical... Oh. Ooh. I don't have enough stam. That's definitely something I want to work on. I do not have enough stam to use magic again, because dodging stops you from regaining stamina. But I am trying... There, I lit the barrel on fire. It should explode! Like a stereotypical red barrel in a video game. Oh man. Okay. I need to stop screwing around with the warg. The warg does a lot of damage. And, okay. Using Quern gives me a nice little shield that you already broke through, but you're now dead. Alright, so that was the guarded treasure. I think I dispatched and disposed of all of the guards. I just want to pick up all of the loot from the wolves I killed. I don't remember where I killed... Oh, wow, I killed one way out here. So yeah, and then I should be able to collect the guarded treasure. Should be in here. Another... Ooh, very nice collection of crafting reagents. And another red barrel. Which I'm just going... Oh, I've had corn on. Ha! And that should have... Yes. So yes, the symbol for guarded treasure is a treasure chest with a skull over it. And now that I've completed it, it's now grayed out. There's also... swamp gas, which is actually an issue. So I can take damage from choking to death. And it also is explosive and flammable. So this is the garrison, and Roach is right here once more.
Come on.
Oh, definitely going to put that away. Put the sword away. Don't need to freak out the Nilfgaardians. So again, Nilfgaardians and Temerians are at war, but Witchers are very much neutral. They are monster hunters. They are essentially mercenaries. And I know I need to go up here, and... So yes, they are neutral.
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sugwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
So I'm assuming you have work for me.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing.
To the tower. Go.
Ah, sort of nice. So, going to enter into the Nilfgaardian military camp, excuse me. And as the sun sets on another beautiful day in the Witcher universe, I believe that will also be the call an end to the first stream of The Witcher 3 of the Venerable Brotherhood. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. If you feel so inclined, I will also be uploading all of the archives for this stream onto YouTube. The link for such is down below. If you're happy to be watching this on YouTube, I be streaming this every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time. The link to go to the Twitch page should be on the chat, or the main section of the YouTube page. And I just got Twitter up, which I need to remember to use next time to announce my news and streams. Link for that is also in the bottom of the Twitch page, which I will then also be putting that onto the YouTube page as well. And please come out and join us next week as we continue the exploits of Geralt of Rivia as in The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. And I bid you adieu and good night.